So I was talking to somebody who reached out to me on social media about how hard it is to find and buy a property in Houston, Texas in 2025. Let's face it, interest rates are hard, it's a tough market. But this video is the 5 steps that you need to take in order to find and secure a property in the Houston, Texas market in 2025. When somebody tells me that, most of the time I see them skipping the first 3 steps and just jumping straight to step 4 and 5. And that's the problem. They don't have a clear plan in order to set themselves up for success, and instead they go about making offer after offer after offer. It's extremely tiring going to see all these houses and you get no results. My name is Aaron White. I'm a realtor with the A-List team, and I've been an investor for well over 10 years. We know a thing or two about real estate, and we help rental property investors find and secure rental properties right here in the Houston area. So we do this all the time. Just last week, we sent out over 40 different properties to our clients to evaluate. They all cash flow. Now that doesn't mean that those properties are a fit for you, but if you follow these 5 steps, you will find properties that meet your criteria. Step number 1 is starting with strategy. You need to know where you're going in order to get going and to get on the road. I mean, if you just get on the road, you don't know where you're going, you'll end up nowhere because, let's just face it, you took a road. So starting with a strategy for us, we tell people, hey, where do you want to get to? What goals do you have? Typically they're financial goals, and then it's much easier to work backwards from those goals. So we help folks here in Houston come up with a plan and say, hey, I want to get to 100 or 200K in passive rental property investing. How does that look? How many houses should I buy? When should I buy them? How much money should I save aside? All of those things are critical questions to map out, put them on paper, and then follow on to step number 2. In step number 2, you have to hash out what is your buy box? What will you actually pull the trigger on? And what is your crystal clear criteria? Right? When you're talking about an investor and crystal clear criteria, this could be things like, I buy houses that are less than 2,000 square feet. They have between 2 to 4 bedrooms. They may only need less than 8K in repairs. They're pretty turnkey properties. Now this gives you, the investor, leverage because you can give this criteria to third parties, to realtors, to wholesalers, whatever it be, to bring you those deals. Make them easy for you to evaluate and much, much easier to pull the trigger when you see it. Step number 3 is defining the neighborhood that you will buy properties in and the ones that you will not buy properties in. The drivers for this are crime, taxes, flood risks, and insurance. Now these can all vary in terms of how it impacts your property, your experience managing that property, and the risks and the costs you need to associate with running that property. Sitting down and making a sweet little list of zip codes that you really like can save you a lot of time when evaluating deals. If it's in one of your lists, great. If not, don't even need to analyze it. Now the great news is that step 1 through 3 really only need to be performed one time or potentially tweaked on a very rare occasion. But you made an investment into making your deal analysis so much easier. Which brings us to step number 4, and that's analyze and negotiating properties. This is where you put the reps in. Schedule time weekly to sit down, analyze, make offers, and get the deal done. Now in step number 4, you can do a lot of this in Zillow, just pulling up and seeing what's available for rent and what's available for sale. But of course, realtors have a lot of tools on their side where they can actually show you what houses rented for, not the hoping price they're hoping to rent it for, and give you data that you really need to make decisions. Now here at the A-List team, we actually go through the process of hand-picking a lot of these different rental properties and emailing these out to our clients. We have some internal software that helps us calculate this, makes it much, much easier. And of course, we have a lot of filters that help us filter by things like tax rates, etc. Again, giving the investor the upper hand on finding cash flowing deals. And last of all, step number 5 is time to do your due diligence. You've got that property locked up, it's under contract, and within your option period, it's really important you get through everything to understand how it impacts you. You'll want to go through the inspection, understand that the physical conditions are good. You'll want to understand from your lender what is your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, that's your PITI, and you'll want to understand from your HOA, do they permit leasing, but also what is the cost of the HOA in that community? Does that impact your cash flow? Once you've answered the questions, can I rent here? Is the property good? And will it cash flow? now you know you've got yourself a deal. Whenever one of our clients gets a contract under contract, we send them out a video and a blog giving them the 10 steps that they need to follow in order to close successfully. 7 of those steps are done during the option period. Go ahead and check out that video too, and that'll help you make sure you don't miss anything during that due diligence process. My name is Aaron White, like I said, with the A-List team. If we can help you here in the Houston area find a cash flowing rental property, just reach out to us. Love to have a conversation with you, figure out how we can help you do these 5 steps and get you successful in 2025.